Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series. We are here in Division C East. We have got on the left-hand side the members of CM Daybreak. We're going to be looking at a rack of ham playing Rhaegar. I don't know how they do it. Don't know how hams have thumbs, but they managed to do so. A run on the Hogger, Tempest Jet to play a Joanna, Wannis to play a Greyman, and MVP will be on that Junkrat. Over on the right-hand side, we're going to be looking at Gall Rescue Rangers. We're looking at a Hebrew Hammer Genji, Emski on the Sonya, Fading Chessie. I don't think that's right, but either way, Fading on the Anduin, Frank, oh, so easy on the Vala. Good job, Frank. And Tazik will play a Nubrak. My question to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, is how many level 1 stacks for Joanna? Because we got a Laws of Hope Joanna here on a double soak-based map of Infernal Shrines. First map in our third best of 3 of the day. Thank you all for joining me for Division C East. If you're here on Twitch, be sure to like or to follow the channel. If you'd like to support the stream further, it's much appreciated. If you'd like to, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can monetize that channel when we hit 1,000 subs. We got a ways to go, but every sub on YouTube helps, and that, by the way, costs you $0. Thanks as always, everyone. The gamble's up and available for those of you on Twitch chat. And first blood will be achieved by CM Daybreak as they manage to slam, jam, and slice and dice that Nubrak. First objective will be Frozen Punisher in the bottom lane. And as I mentioned, Joanna with Laws of Hope. This is a double soak map. Every regeneration globe she grabs will raise, or excuse me, for every 10 regeneration globes she grabs, she'll raise her healing over 5 seconds by 5%. So, baseline 20, at 10 you got 25, 20 you got 30. Y'all can do the rest of that math, because I know I can. Vala gonna go Q stacks at 1. She'll be going for the Puncturing Arrow. A Nubrak will be Regeneration Master, so he'll be picking up his own regeneration globes, hoping to finish out at 30, as his is capped. Whereas Joanna is an uncapped amount. Yeah, I mean, there is 65,000 that you could get, but I don't think I see many Joannas getting 65,000 regeneration globes in a game. Running to the kitchen to use the bathroom. Yeah. Do you guys not have your toilets in the kitchen? I mean, my bedroom's in the garage. You don't take a shower in your attic? Fun fact about Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers, I am the president of Frank Fan Club. Oh, really? I am honored to have you with us. I'm honored to have you grace our presence. Hebrew Hammer going to be falling here. Weenus able to roll away with the disengage. Has the Eyes in the Dark level 4. 2-0 in kills favoring the side of CM Daybreak. 8 stacks already for the Joanna. Not too bad for a map like... Oh, the concussion mine is met with a leap of faith mid-air. Fading on point with this Anduin. Hogger is checking into top, or excuse me, will rotate into top lane to clear things out. Wannis with a Gilnean cocktail that unfortunately was an empty bottle. Weenus, you have to fill the bottles back up with water. You can't just drink all the alcohol and pretend like it's still in there. Your parents will catch you. Concussion Mine doesn't get the displacement they're looking for, but either way, it still is poke damage onto a Nubrak, still throwing him around a little bit. Junkrat, no, he didn't go for the level 1. I believe it's Boom Pow at level 1. Angry Gato, thank you for the 69 bits. I appreciate it. We'll resend your alert when we get out of game. Spear in from Emski. Big burrow in from a Nubrak as well. He's looking for some damage. We have some... I can't think of the word. Dense blasting powder being thrown out by the Hogger, who gets a bounce through the enemy team, looking for the infinite bounce, won't get it, but almost taking down Vala here. Emski's the new target, and there should be enough to take down her. CM Daybreak with a 3rd kill in this game. It is currently 3-0 in kills, and this will be first objective to our blue team. Tempest Jet maybe gonna step in with a nice condemn. Does have the subdue level 4, but didn't have 4 targets there. You still have the 80% slow hitting 2 or more enemy heroes. What are we at level 7? Are we Sins Exposed, Joanna? What kind of Joanna are we looking at here? It is going to be Dirty Trickster for the Junkrat. As a note, that little smile underneath his icon is visible to both sides, and it's a 12-second cooldown. So after it gets triggered. So if you see a Dirty Trickster Junkrat and you don't see that circle, that means it's off. This isn't something that you can't see because you're an enemy or anything like that. But if you do see that little smile, that little trigger, that little icon, be cautious of the Totem Mayhem or the Dirty Trickster trigger. Oh, the Resident Weenus. A different time. A different time. When I played D&D with Weenus and he fell asleep during D&D. Not that he was bored, he just didn't sleep the night before. He just, it was one of those situations where he even warned us, he's like, hey, I didn't sleep a lot, so I apologize if I might nod off. And he was unwakeable. He was unwakeable. I think I have Weenus's cell phone number. I called him as well. I remember that. I remember calling him. Because Weenus one time came, he came up to Tahoe for like a bachelor party, so I gave him my number so we could meet up at a bar. He's a sweetheart. He's a good dude. Well, either way, 20 regeneration globes already for the Johanna, 5.5 minutes in. That's actually kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie, since exposed from that level 7 will reduce Sonya's healing by 35%. Meanwhile, Aaron in top lane is just hard chilling. He's just eating a sandwich, sieging into top. He's not even stutter stepping. He's like, take a bite of the sandwich, easy throw dynamite. Take a bite of the sandwich, keep autoing. Take a bite of the sandwich, let's mount up and leave. Arcane Punisher will be the second Punisher of this map. And our third best of 3 of the day for NGS Division C East. Looking at this Anubrak, he's just going to be tossed around by a concussion mine from Junkrat. Speaking of Junkrat, he'll have Riptire level 10, Go for the Throat Greymane, a Bless Shield Johanna, Hortipult Hogger, and Ancestor Healing for the Rhaegar. Well, I mean, like, I agree. It is heresy, but the thing is, like, he gave us a heads up. Like, it wasn't like he didn't say anything and just passed out. Like, we knew he was super tired. So, it was passable. It was passable. Like you get a pass on that. I mean, kudos on him for showing up and trying to play. If I didn't get enough sleep and I was that not there mentally, I would have been like, look, guys, I can't do it today. Good on him for giving it a shot. Good on him for giving it the old college try. Either way, the members of CM Daybreak go back into their double soak rotations as they have this 10 talent tier advantage. About a level advantage overall. Yeah. I mean, I get it though. I get it. It happens. We're all adults. We don't all act like adults, but we're all adults and we have so many things going on in our lives. Just sometimes these are... Also, there's also the fact that a lot of people do enjoy playing D&D. They're like, I will fight through the sleep. I must play. I definitely have done that myself. Impale into a Chastise. Piercing Light picks up its 4th stack from the Anduin off of that. Concussion Mine splits the Anubrak down below, but still, it's Hogger already on the objective, starting to get work on these skeletal defenders. As I mentioned, it's our second of the game, Arcane Punisher, up and available. Hebrew Hammer trying to poke onto MVP. Weenus comes in to try and help out this Junkrat as well. Tempest Jet. A little low on HP as Riptire is applied by the Junkrat. Ancestor Healing onto MVP. That will be the Dirty Trickster triggering a Light Bomb from Anduin. Hebrew Hammer able to Swift Strike away. Junkrat still trying to poke here and there. Another Concussion Mine blasting Anubrak around as Shuriken Mastery finished out by Hebrew Hammer. What is going on? Anyways, Aaron goes down. Substrike will connect onto him. Weenus getting a little aggressive here, trying to find a target. Razor swiping towards the Genji. Just trying to keep that momentum going. The objective phase will go over to the side of CM Daybreak. Eyes in the dark roll away. Hebrew Hammer still has the targeting. The Shurikens are not enough. Condemn won't find a counter kill as the Punisher jumps backwards in lane. What's up, Tazik? How you doing, bud? Tempest back into top lane. soaks up for the allies while the Punisher will continue to push in through mid. More globes as well for the Joanna on top of all of this. 13 talent tier almost here for CM Daybreak. We have two presents for 2 different fan clubs for the same person. Sounds like America. Sounds like a 2-party system, like America. Genji X Strike. We have a pick onto. We had a pick onto Venus right there. Leap in from Sonya. Unfortunately, they're not able to steal away the camp in time, and they can't follow up for a secondary kill. Next Punisher, Mortar Punisher, will be the 3rd one of the game in the bottom lane. That lane's already had a fort going down, so if the members of CM Daybreak can grab this, they'll be knocking on a keep front gate. Some pressure can be applied, though, from Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers if they grab this as well. Looking at opening up the map and bottom a little bit further for themselves. Find some periodic catapult pressure to match the opposing side. This is the Unfettered, right? Yeah, the Unfettered Assault for Greymane. Also did go into Wizened Duelist level 7. A little bit of a just wave clear, macro play from both sides. No team fighting to be had at this current time. It is gotta trap them all for the Junkrat. No big ass. Venus will finish out a camp on the top left of the map for some pressure onto that lane. Next objective shouldn't be far off from announcement. Got 36 regeneration globes already for Joanna, 11 minutes in. That's pretty nice. Nice Rain of Vengeance. Follow-up Chastise from the Anduin, picking up the 7th stack on the Piercing Light. That's 7% spell power. That means extra healing as well. Tempest Jet gets a chain heal. There's that healing over time. God dang, is that so much healing over time. But Aaron will be caught out, rotating up into the top lane, or in the mid lane fort front gate. Venus comes in to maybe help out, is forces Rackham to use the Ancestor Healing, and god dang. Nicely done from the members of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. 30 stacks for the Vala on her Puncturing Arrow level 1. It's like, what, 180 damage plus baseline? My caster math is right. 180 plus 243, 400 and some extra damage. We'll say it's like 420 damage.
Smoke weed every day.
Something like that. Well, Mortar Punisher for the bottom lane, as I mentioned, should be soon. Emsky won't be scouted out in the rotation. This is just going to be a wave clear in top lane. Are they going to try and go for a camp invade? Genji, Hebrew Hammer, checks the bush. I think they just saw Rhaegar for a second there in the top lane. No, they see Hogger for sure. Okay. I wonder is Bloodless Rhaegar so far from the meta has never been played? Well, ever since Farseer's Bless, like ever since the self-cast was applied back to Rhaegar, ever since Farseer's Blessing is just so OP, yeah. Like, Rhaegar, like, so we used to actually see a bit of Bloodlust, and then when Rhaegar was allowed to self-cast Ancestor Healing on himself again, that's pretty much when the meta went all Ancestor Healing. We do see Bloodlust here and there, but because of the self-cast change for Rhaegar, that really just shifted it back into Ancestor Healing with Farseer's Blessing at 20. Because I mean the splash AoE, the double heal, it's really hard to pass that up. Yeah, like, you see it from time to time, but it's very rare. It depends on the composition that you're going for. Also, Bloodlust kind of feels like a win more talent. Like, if you're winning early and you take it and you're winning off of it, sure. But if you're losing, I feel like you just want that Ancestral for the second health bar potential. Unfortunately, a few of the members of CM Daybreak will not find extra health bars, as there was an early pick onto the Rhaegar, a double kill into Greymane and Hogger. Tempest Jet was chased down in the mid lane. Unfortunately, the side of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers cannot get a kill into her. And I'm sorry, I actually assumed this went over to Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. No, it's going to be the 3rd Punisher of the game. I think it's the 3rd one in a row for CM Daybreak. Oh. Alright, glad I grabbed a big jug of water, man. Hogger is just about to be back up. Sonya in the mid lane, playing it safe, not going to step too far out as the enemy isn't shown on map, and that will be a double camp for mid lane for CM Daybreak. They might be going for a third and bottom. Just trying to jump onto some visions here really quickly, see what the setups could potentially be. And yeah, Sonya shows in mid lane. She'll just manage that. These camps will easily go over to the side of CM Daybreak and give them a bit of an experience they desperately, I wouldn't say desperate. They definitely need. They definitely need a good chunk of experience to close that gap, because there is shy of a level lead. Blessed Shield, this might be able to close that gap. Emsky unable to utilize a leap out as it was on cooldown, but just too much damage, too much CC, and a mid lane fort to rapidly be reduced to 0 health. Alright, we move to top lane. More soak in. And as I said, that kill, that fort in mid lane is going to close that experience gap a little bit there. Next objective will be Frozen in the mid lane, as we do have our cycle, Frozen Arcane Mortar. Nubrak looking for the burrow charge in. Does get the impale into one. Heber Hammer doesn't land a light bomb combo from Anduin. Tempest Jet forced to use their level 1. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name. Laws of Hope. Oh, Venus is so very low, gets the roll away. Genji wants to get the kill, but the Earth Grasp Totem slows things down a little too much. Venus is able to get a tap onto the well. Ancestor Healing was used earlier as the Joanna was being threatened heavily. She's actually still below 50% with all that healing. With Laws of Hope activated, with a Ancestor on her as well, she's still kind of low. Oh, Joanna drops a Blessed Shield into the enemy team's face. A Razor Swipe cuts through Anduin. A Nubrak will be squashed, but an answer onto the Worgen is, they say, Venus, you had a little too much fun. Go take a nap. Get it? Cause the resident Venus, do you guys get it? If you'd like, I could sit and explain the joke ad nauseum. Top lane fort will fall. The outer layers of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers structures have been peeled away like an onion. Please go on. Nothing better than explaining a joke. See, my chat knows true comedy. Real comedy is explaining a joke until it's just, you know, until everyone understands the layers of it. Like a cake. Everybody loves cake. Hearth out from Heber. Yeah, I was gonna say Heber Hammer should probably Hearth out, just get full and everything. 20 talent tier is a quarter of a level away, so I'm just picking up a bit of that experience in bottom. They're gonna wait for mid lane to kind of shove in, grab that, and that should be enough for their 20 talent tier. And there'll be a double camp on the left and right side. That actually bolsters the experience a little bit for the side of CM Daybreak, and they might be able to close that gap faster than I anticipated for this 20 talent tier. The Shrine can be activated, and no one has done so just yet for this Frozen Punisher, just checking around. But they have to know on the side of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers that CM Daybreak want to make sure they have this 20. There's no way CM Daybreak steps in without the 20 talent tier. By the way, it's Vigorous Vaulter. Nope, that's different. Acrobat. Vigorous Vaulter is for the Maiev. Acrobat for Vala. Censure on the Anduin. We've got Ignore Pain for the Sonya. Living Weapon for Genji. A Nubrak's holding, but I'm assuming it's Rewind. Could see Trader King. Maybe Trader Queen. Farseer's Blessing gets the trigger. Here comes the second big Ancestral, but it's not enough to save Greymane. Anduin traded in all of this. Tazik with a sliver of HP. Tempest wants the kill, but can't close the distance. The Shield Glare's not enough, at least at the time being. The Earth Grasp Totem holding Frank in place, and Frank is able to back away just fine. Hogger finds a staggering blow into Sonya, but not enough to get a kill into her. Whoo! A 1-for-1, but it's looking like Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers might be able to get this. I mean, there's 32 skeletal defenders. They got 32 skeletal defenders, and that's so hard to give up, and they're gonna go back in for this, but they can't. It's just, there's not enough time, and also the Chattering Teeth. This, I think, might have been a mistake to step in like this. Hogger gets a beautiful bounce through. Staggering blow into the wall into Frank. Nah, it's gonna be the easy throw. It's gonna be the, I think it was the Loot Horde actually thrown on the ground. There's the staggering blow into Sonya. And Joanna finds the kill. 53 regeneration globes for Joanna right now. And a few of them rush into top lane. 54. They only need one more regeneration globe, chat. That's like, it's off the wave. This is a spawning wave. You just get the regeneration globe off the wave. Nubrak drops an impale. Light Bomb from Genji will connect onto a few of the X-Strike. Here comes a burrow in from a Nubrak as well. Tempest Jet helping out Hogger. That no control gets a ton of damage. Junkrat gets the kill into a Nubarak. Vortipult in from Hogger, and Punisher now on core. The slaps have begun, the core is falling, and CM Daybreak will take map number 1 and our third best of 3 of the day. GG, well played. So Weenus is a cake, but cake is a lie. Now you're confused. Good. That's the way I like to leave my Twitch chat. Confused and wanting more. All right, Joanna. What?
Way to go, dude! Right!
Wait. Hold up. In all of that chaos, Joanna didn't get another. Oh my god. Rackham, thank you for 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you very much, Rackham. That's very generous of you. Thank you for 91 in the channel.
Ow, my balls.
Weenus is on my screen.
How many level 1 stacks for Joanna? 54 or less. Holy crap. I assumed she would get it right there. I thought wrong. I mean, realistically, all I can say to that is,
You fool!
Okay. Mr. Bandit, you are perfect. You know that, right? By the way, Bandit has Hedgyception right now. My mom found another Hedgy for Bandit. Thank you again, Rackham, for the 5 gifted subs. If you got a gifted sub, welcome back to the Bahamuts. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. Enjoy your emotes. And speaking of ads, let's run a small block of ads while we get ready for map number 2. As a reminder, in 1 hour, we're going to be watching the Sony State of Play showcase. We're going to make a bingo card for that as well. Getting to that in about 1 hour, so be sure to stick around for all of that. We're going to, we're Bloodborne! Tell a story about summer camp? Oh, I got tons. I got tons of stories about summer camp. All right, let me get us into this game, and I will then tell you a whole story. Give me 1 second. Wait. Oh, it's another Laws of Hope Joanna, that's why. Okay, hold on 1 second. Does Vala fully stack level 1? Yes. 300 and done. No. Incomplete. All right, there we go. 2 minutes on the gamble. Let's get ourselves into a game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into our third best of 3 of the day. This could be the final game of the day as we're getting ready for our Sony State of Play showcase coming up fairly soon. On the left-hand side, we have CM Daybreak with a Rack of Ham playing Deckard Cain, Aaron on the Leoric, Want us to play Avala, Tempest Jet will be on the Joanna, MVP on the Chromie. Decided Gall Rescue Rangers, looking to take us to a map number 3 through Dragonshire. We'll see if they're able to do so. We have got a Jaina played by Fading, Saber on the Rhaegar, Tazak on Dahaka, Frank on Junkrat, and Hebrew Hammer on the Garrosh. Bit of role swapping happening right now, but Vala will be going into Creed of the Hunter level 1. So the big question is, will Weenus finish out Creed of the Hunter? Immediately gets drag tossed. Oh my god, no, not like this. Oh no.
Man.
Oh, the gamble's begun. Weenus already lost 1 gambit on that. There's your gamble. Will Weenus complete out Creed of the Hunter fully? Will he have all 300 stacks by the end of the game? We're not going to worry about his gambit because he definitely lost 1 stack already. Oh, Weenus, I'm sorry, bud. Oh, do we have any believers in chat? Any doubters? Tempest Jet getting tossed by Hebrew Hammer. All right, we got some odds. There we go, chat. Thank you. Concussion Mine to pull Tempest Jet out of position.
Take control of
Oh, that was comical at the beginning right there. That was honestly comical. So, we have a bit of drain from Leoric onto the Garrosh, just pressuring him a little bit. 2 stacks for Vala currently. Dahaka's going to go into Tissue Regeneration level 1. He's going to be a thicker boy, thicker dino boy. Vala with, not Vala, sorry, Jaina with Fingers of Frost level 1. Joanne, as we mentioned, is going to be Laws of Hope. Chromie already at 10 stacks of her Deep Breathing, the W. She's already halfway through that level 1 stacking. Actually, she's even more so as she picks up 2 more off of Heber Hammer in the bottom lane. Speaking of the bottom lane, we have our objective phasing up and available. Dragonshire is a unique map where you actually have the objectives announced and up and available earlier than the 3-minute mark. The average in Heroes of Storm is 2-minute 30 announcement, 3-minute up for contest. In Dragonshire, it's announced at 1 minute, up for contest at 1 minute 30. Garden of Terror, for example, it's announced at 2 minutes, up at 2-minute 30 for contest. So a little bit of difference on some of these maps. I think Blackheart's Bay has got a different timer as well from when Blackheart, Blackheart I think spawns at like 1:30, and I think the chests spawn at 2. I might be misremembering on that one though. But the vast majority of everything else is 2-minute 30 for the timer, 3 minutes for the contest. We do have Paralyzing Rage on Leoric level 4. He will have that 60% slow. Another toss onto Weenus, who is going to lose another stack. Weenus tries to go fishing for some healing on the ground. Unfortunately, the healing was just out of reach, and Tempest Jet gets a quick potion from Rek. Ah, nice little gamble, Chad. I appreciate it. So we're gonna do bingo for Sony State of Play. And I've been thinking of ideas. Also, chat, start thinking of some ideas as well for that bingo. But should we make a Twitch prediction? Should we make a Bloodborne Twitch prediction? I'm like I keep like every Sony State of Play. It's like, this is the one, everybody. This is the one, man. I just want it so we can stop hearing about it. That's all. Braxis is early too, 60-second warning night. Yeah, there you go, Hector. Thank you, yeah. I would love to see Blackheart map back in the rotation. Blackheart's is in the rotation. For quick match. Blackheart's actually has Broken Mechanic on it. This definitely is it, though. Bloodborne Pathogen? No, like, everyone's like, they're gonna make a Bloodborne 2 or a Bloodborne remake or Bloodborne ported to PC. Every Sony State of Play. Weenus, no! Weenus, no! Weenus, no!
A singular strike.
Oh, it's a rough go for Weenus this game. Blackheart is right where it belongs. I actually do agree with that statement. Blackheart's Bay belongs in quick match. Now, if the cannons were not busted and getting stuck in bottom lane, then I would say, yeah, we can put it in ranked. But that cannon is that cannon issue is the only reason why it should be in quick match. The only reason. I like pirate theme maps, so I would honestly be fine with it in ranked, but I'm fine with it not being in ranked so we don't get 5 bajillion Reddit posts about how people hate it. Like how everyone and their mother would be like, oh, I get all the same heroes and ARAMs all the time, and it's like, I've had days when I played 4 hours of ARAMs and I didn't get a single double hero game. What are you talking about? Dragonite to the top lane, gets a kick onto Leoric. Dragonite top lane continues. Tempest Jet gonna be split by a concussion mine. We got the 10 Talontiers arriving soon, so we cycle through those numbers, but god dang, 0-4 in kills. Map number 2. The members of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers are aggressively looking for that map 3. Aaron with the interrupt. Hazuab's broke Blackheart's Bay for ranked with a Falstad. Nah, man. It was all Michael Noodle back when he played in Tespa Collegiate Series and he played the Asmodan with infinite dunking stacking on Blackheart's Bay. That's a deep one for some of you here as the Storm Esports fans. That's an old one. Not only was it Blackheart's Bay in some sort of competitive, but it was also an Azmodan when it used to be infinite stacking. Oh, the good old days. Back in my day. No one likes the same ARAMs. You think you do, but you don't. No, I do. It's also because I'm... And before someone types, what about the Probius Forever game? There's so much like little things that people overlook. Like how like the last like hour or so of the game was just AI or something like that. Yeah, of course it's never gonna end. It's the AI. They don't know how to end games. Have you ever put 5 versus 5 AI in a custom game? They never end. They never end. They're like the AI is allergic to ending games. It's like my Storm League teammates. I mean, I've had all Imperius, I've had all Kerrigan, I've had all Sylvanas, I've had all Kael'thas. All of those were fun. They were just comically fun. Also, maybe I play ARAMs for fun, and that's the reason. I enjoy the game. I don't need to. My joy of a game doesn't matter if I win or lose. Like, yeah, winning is nice, but it's not like, oh, I lost. Those bullshit mechanics.
Become the Dragon Knight and claim vengeance for my
All the games are great. The only part I dislike is the quitters. Yep, I agree. There's a lot of quitters out there when they're just like, oh, it's all the same. I don't want to play this because I read the Reddit post that there was a 2.5 hour Probius match. Idiots. Dummies. All right, well, second Dragon Knight will go over to the side of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. I still have to tell you all a story about camp, and I've gotten way distracted. Big surprise here. Concussion Mine splits the Joanna. She'll be bopped away. Early GGs from people, the worst. Yeah, it's like why are you playing the game then? If you don't want to try, why are you playing? Just go. If you want a guaranteed win, I don't know, go play Lego Island. Actually, that game is probably more difficult for them than I realized, so. Nice Lord NATO bops the Dahaka back into the tower range, and they will get a kill onto him. First blood for the side of CM Daybreak. The Indomitable will pop by Hebrew Hammer, but he's just being slowed by the Morbius loop, the paralyzing rage, just so much. But meanwhile in the bottom lane, Tempest Jet is fine. You'd like to see the 2.5 hour Probius match? I mean, most of it was AI, so it's gotta be boring as all hell. Tell them Solitaire? That's probably still more difficult. That's still probably too difficult for them. Super potions for the Deckard Cain.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
I like how Leoric's just got like 5 potions up here just chilling, like, just in case you need these, bud. You play an embarrassing amount of Solitaire? There's nothing embarrassing about playing Solitaire. There's nothing embarrassing about playing Solitaire. Alright, well. Bottom lane to be cleared out. We have some camps to be grabbed across the map. And I'm just trying to think of something fun I can tell you about when I was a camp counselor. I told you guys the story about how my co-counselors, when they took their kids camping, snuck beer, right? They snuck beer into the campsite while the kids were while they took their cabin for the cabin night out. Yeah, that's what I thought I did. Yeah, that one was clever. I know the story. Hold on, give me a second here. All right, we have a Lornado to zone back the enemies. Weenus on the top left of your screen will be grabbing that camp. One stack on Gambit currently, or excuse me, one stack on the 1% as they're at 53 currently. Weenus takes a whole Blizzard to the face, or a Cone of Cold to the face. Drops a Rain of Vengeance, vaulting back in. Scroll a ceiling down from Decker Kane will connect onto the Jaina. Tempest Jet looking to pressure more, but actually has to back away for a Super Potion. Now they're going to step in, step out. Blizzard down on the ground, zoning them back away, as this will be objective phase up and available. Vala continuing trying to poke onto Hebrew Hammer, but just can't find the last auto. Someone will get that last auto. I kind of want to learn how to play that, Lord Hakos. I feel like that'd be a fun game to learn. Anyways, so there used to be a regatta at the camp that I worked at when I was a camper. When I was a camper, I did so you like in the session you go for 2 weeks at the camp. It's a stayover camp. So 1 week you do 2 electives in the morning. So you go to breakfast, you go back to your cabin, you get dressed, you go and do your 2 electives, and you come back, do lunch, and you do cabin stuff in the afternoon. I would always do sailing. I would always do sailing because I had a friend, Tyler, who I met because I was like, the first time I was at the camp, I was like, I signed up for sailing, and I met Tyler. We were in the same cabin. And so we signed up for sailing together, and it was like the first day of sailing. And Guppy, the instructor, was like, all right, who doesn't know how to sail? And I was going to put up my hand, and Tyler pulled my hands down. He goes, he pulled my hand down. He's like, oh, I know how to sail. We're good. Pause on that. Weenus is going to be temporal looped. No, she's not, actually. It's going to be a Hebrew Hammer. I misread that moment right there. It's either way. Vala falling again. So either way, he lies. We go sailing, we get out to the lake, and I go, okay, how do we do this? And he goes, I have no idea, dude. So Tyler and I became sailing buddies. Every summer, we go to the camp during the same session. We'd always do sailing, blah, blah, blah. Right before we became counselors, the year before, they did a regatta. We signed up for the regatta in the tiniest boat they had. It was a Sunfish Aquafit. Nice toss combo into Garrosh. Sunfish was the brand. They also do have the regular Sunfish, but the Aquafin was like luxury. Sunfish, the Sunfish Aquafin. We raced bigger boats, faster boats, better sailors, and we got first place. We got first place somehow, some way in the tiniest boat. That was the shittiest boat at camp. Like someone took out a catamaran, but there was like something that went wrong halfway through the race with the catamaran. Like one of the sails got jacked up, so they got stuck.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
There you go. There's your camp story. And what did we win? Bragging rights. That's all we got. Well, we got ourselves a 13-minute Dragonshire match so far with 3 structures down. Mid fort is a little bit low. 9 kills favoring the members of Gall Rescue Rangers. Thank you all for listening to my story. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you hanging out. Sorry, I am looking at all the wrong things. There we go. Nope, wrong thing. Oh, Weenus has died 4 times, so he's got 5%. He's got 69 stacks. That's nice. Nicely done, Weenus. Nicely done. He got to sink the loser's boat. Funny enough, I actually bought a sailboat off that camp. I used one of my entire session's paychecks to pay for it. Chat, would you like to know how much I made as a junior counselor for 2 weeks of work at a summer camp? You'll be surprised. It's America. No. That's how much I made for training, though. 3,000? Get the fuck out of here, train wreck. We're at minus 0. Junior counselors got just under $300 per session. So you got $900 for the summer, roughly. You get $150 if you do extra training, lifeguarding, high ropes, etc. I was a lifeguard. I was a dolphin diver, so I was also in the deep end of rescue in the lake. So I got $150 extra for that, but only once. So I made $1,050 for the summer. Senior counselors got $600 per session. But there was, at the end of the summer, there was the family weekends where you could work 24 hours, like you could work like 48 hours in like 2 days or something like that. Like you could nearly work 48 hours. Like they were like, if you don't want to sleep, you don't have to. I made more money just doing that. I made like $400 working a family weekend because I just didn't sleep. It was great. It was actually really good money. You want to know where the boat is now? It's in my garage. When I moved out here, I took it with me. I never got it registered in California because I don't have a trailer. Getting it on Lake Tahoe is really, really hard. It's not a boat for the size of Lake Tahoe. I honestly don't know why I brought it out with me. I should have just sold it when I was in Michigan. When we trailered it home, my buddy had a Jeep and he trailered it. His Jeep was a manual and accidentally rolled back into my car, and it damaged the hood of my car. So it was actually a lot more than $300 for the boat. Leorc somehow, some way will live with an unyielding, just burning despair. Burning despair. Leo lives with a burning despair, gets hit with an isolation, and ancestral healing coming out onto Garrosh with the Farseer's blessing splashing onto some allies. The Storm Shield activated by Tempest Jet to try and keep the members of CM Daybreak alive. MVP taking the long rotation out of this team fight just to get back into it. Through the camp, and nobody goes down. Boats are for flatlanders. You know I live at a place with a lake that is the second deepest natural lake in the United States, and it is 12 miles east to west, 22 miles north to south, right? You know I live in a gigantic lake. I mean at, not in. Atlantis isn't real. Hebrew Hammer is maybe going down? No, of course. I mean, that's the motif of this map. No one dies. Well, not no one, but barely anyone dies inside of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. I say that, and Tazik is gonna go to the beach. Yeah, I live at Lake Tahoe. We have a gigantic lake around us. Boating is a huge thing up here. That's actually why we have a lot of tourists. They will trailer their boat up here and then throw their trash in our lake. What do you mean Atlantis isn't real? I'm pretty sure it's in Vegas. Oh shit, you're right. It's one of those things where they hide, they hide something secret right in front of your face so you don't notice it. Temporal loop with a stuck in the loop onto Rhaegar, and Rhaegar will be taking a bit of a nap. Vala finding... Actually, Vala's gotten a good bunch of stacks in the latter half of this game, actually, is better to say. We're post-20 era. Whew. 3 keeps are available for the side of CM Daybreak. Leo's gonna get the top channel. Hebrew Hammer just gonna pull this camp over to the left-hand side. I think he was actually looking to stay in the bush. I don't think he realized he had anchored all that, or leashed the camp to himself. But I think he was sitting in the bush to maybe look for a toss combo. Joanna gets an immediate channel onto the Dragonite, and first Dragonite to the side of CM Daybreak. What can they do with this? I've heard of Lake Tahoe before, before I started just Baja, but I don't know the geography, tourism, and or U.S. in general. I'm sorry, you don't know everything about the best country in the world, where we can't figure out how to supply enough food for our children at public schools? God forbid the kids eat. Dragonite will get a fort through mid. Fort front gate in bottom lane is gonna be taken down. Nice burrow from Tazik right there, avoiding the Dragonite kick. It wasn't gonna kill or anything, but I mean, still, you mitigate the displacement. You're still in the team fight. Maybe look for a drag onto the Joanna. Unfortunately, not connecting. It is tunneling claws level 16. Ancestor healing onto Garrosh is just gonna be on a 10-second cooldown. He steps in looking for some big value, but the big value comes out from Jaina's Blizzard. Chunking into Leorc. They might get a kill into Vala. She will fall. That's all Gambit down, right? Yeah, that was the 5th death of Venus right there. Ancestor healing. Farseer's Blessing gets the double. Oh, the drag is just shy of Tempest Jet, but the Earth Grasp Totem might set up enough damage, and yes, it will. Nobody could possibly know everything about Holland Baja. I know everything there is to know about Holland. Ask me any question. Yeah, those elementary kids better pull themselves up by their bootstraps. They better go get a 9-to-5 job outside of their elementary school to pay for their food. Well, it's keeps to, I guess, I was gonna say keeps to keeps, but we still have one for it, which actually, there's really no technical around it because that means there's no periodic catapult pressure to match the side of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. I mean, if Ron Swanson did, you can too, but not all of us are created Ron Swanson equally.
The shrines awaken.
Not everyone's created like Ron Swanson. There we go, my brain.
Ancient strength.
Oof. The children yearn for the mines. I don't think they do. I'm gonna take a guess and say they don't. Now, haunted mines, yes. Yes, my Twitch children do yearn for haunted mines. Well, we got more NATOs, by the way, for Decker Kane. I just wanted to note that at level 20. That's the big one. Extra oomph for the Junkrat. Dahaka is gonna go Essence Claws. Okay. 5 to 13 in kills. Our fifth Dragonite of the game? I think this is the 5th Dragonite phase of the game. Currently being contested. Bottom lane, Moonshine over to the side of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. What do those Dutch kids use for bootstraps when they're eating high up on the hog of the government teat? I think you just answered it. The government teat. Ektar, that one took me a second. I thought the Dutch were evil. That's what Dr. Evil says. No, the Dutch are great people. The Dutch are very good people. Go look at Kalis, my mod. He's a nice person. I'd hang out with Kalis. Grubby's Dutch. I like Grubby. Government supplies the bootstraps too. Yeah, that's what happens. You know, that's what happens when the government gives a shit about their people. Decker Kane will go down. No low NATO to be used in this moment. Tempest Jet being slowed, isolated, and does fall as well. The Death Bridge, are they looking to push? Tazik, I'm looking really quickly, does have Brush Stock. Could Brush Stock to the bottom lane, send one to top and one for mid, and there is actually... What? Well, I guess they already had bottom. I was just worried about this happening. Yeah, this is the reason I said bottom, because... that's alright. Garrosh can't get the channel for the time being. Venus is going to be met with an Earth Grasp Totem. Riptire coming through! Goodbye. Alright, go. Garrosh gets to the Dragonite. Where's this one going? You have mods? That was good. That was good, Ektar. That was good. Clever. Clever. The Hebrew Hammer getting this Dragonite 23 minutes into the map. Hebrew Hammer is going to be slapping through Keep Front Gate. Actually, Keep Front Gate and Bomb's already gone down. Vala's dead for 35. It is a Manticore Vala, and she's got no Gambit value at level 1. 30,576. That's like 1,000 something damage into structures. Yeah, 1,000 and some damage into structures. All right, the keep in bottom has gone down. The camp is looking pretty good. Venus is about to respawn in 6 seconds. The Dragonite taking tons of damage here, more than I anticipated in this moment. And they're looking to start scratching onto this core, but the Dragonite seems non-committal now that Vala has respawned. A kick into Leoric. Dahaka's actually split-soaking into the top lane. That's the reason we're not seeing as much commitment through the bottom. And Dahaka, as I said, he pushes up this wave. I kind of wish Dahaka had just joined into the allies, looking for a drag potentially that might have set up a kill, staggered kill, maybe could have ended. But it's still going. 25 minutes into Dragonshire, map number 2 and our third best of 3 of the day. And I'm getting a little nervous. We're getting closer and closer to that 2 o'clock. We still need to make a bingo card for the Sony State of Play, so... Chat, start thinking of ideas. Chat, start thinking of ideas, because we might be going to a map number 3 with this momentum. Shield glares into the Garrosh. We're gonna have some generic ones like racing, rhythm game, blah blah blah. Leoric throwing down an Entomb. Can't catch a Tazik. It is a Burning Despair. Level 20 Leoric. He's not gonna have the Buried Alive. Is it cheating on the prediction if I knew in advance? No. So my rule of thumb is this. Anyone and everyone is allowed to make a prediction on the game. What I do not encourage is any sort of like, tee-hee, I wonder how it's gonna go. Don't do that. You are welcome to bet and say nothing. You're welcome to bet and talk about random shit with me. Like how I'm gonna get pizza tonight, and I'm very, very excited about this cheese and pepperoni pizza from an Italian restaurant. Back door. A rack of ham doesn't see this. Now they do. Okay, they're just pushing up bottom. They're just pushing up bottom. PlayStation VR Showcase. Well, so there you go. Just make a note of all your ideas, because I'm going to need all of your ideas. If this goes into a map number 3, I will definitely need all of your ideas, because... as we'll see. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to the Sony Showcase. And I'd rather not, like, stop and then pick back up. I'd rather finish out the best of. We'll see, though. We'll see. CM Daybreak, they're doing their best to hold on to this. And that's real. They are doing their best to hold on to these team fights. It really has not gone their way consistently throughout this map. They finally will take down that bottom lane fort, as I mentioned earlier in the game. Trap onto Joanna. They drop the totem. They back away. The members of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers playing this slow and safe. Can we remove pizza toppings with points? No. The pizza redemption's a meme in OBS. It's or in the Twitch channel. It has nothing to do with actual pizza. Hebrew Hammer gets onto the bottom lane point. CM Daybreak sees this. They're gonna try and make a play off of this. Dragonite admitted it's available. Warlord's Challenge as well as the Indomitable. Here comes a Temporal Loop into Hebrew Hammer. There's the Stuck in the Loop level 20. Farseer's Blessing gets the extra heal, and Garrosh is kind of back in the mix. Tazik does go down first in the engagement. And now, with 1 kill, 60 seconds to go, what will the members of CM Daybreak do? Tempest, a little low here, walking into a few of those frag launcher grenades, but picking up potions in the meantime as well. 66 regeneration globes on the Joanna. As Hebrew Hammer look to step in, Jaina drops a nice blizzard. The Bruiser Camp does go over to the side, or the Siege Giants go over to the side of CM Daybreak. Riptire with the extra oomph hits 3, so that's a full reset. Sorry, what's the Joanna like healing over time? Like it's 20 base. Joanna heals for 50% of her health over 5 seconds. Every, what, 45 she can do this? Every 40. Thank you, Be Crazy. Thank you for the redemptions.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Was Purge on cooldown? I don't know, and it's probably too late to check. I mean, it's on 24 now, but it was probably used at a different point. Garrosh gets the Moon Shrine before Wannis or anyone else can get a channel. 55% of Joanna's healing over 5 seconds, every 40 seconds available. Meanwhile, in the top lane, catapults, these things are going to be dealing significant damage. 1,192 damage into structures. It is going to scratch some of the shielding, but the offensive, or defensive, I guess you could say, defensive catapults that are spawning, or just the mini-wave in general, will be able to clear things out before any loss on HP. 29 minutes into Dragonshire, ladies and gentlemen. Neither of these teams want to give up the ghost. The Unstoppable from Purge is very short, hard to time with Loop. I will say that I disagree because we watched Kaimo Tripson do that earlier today on a consistent basis. I will say this though, I mean it is we are comparing like Division A versus Division C, but I still think it's very doable if you are a like if you play enough Rhaegar, I feel like you've got that timing down. It's like when people play Lucio High Five, like it's a small window, but you definitely can do it. It's just something that has to be practiced. Is a long game. No, this is Patrick. Blessed Shield into the face of Rhaegar and Garrosh, and Dominable will be utilized already. There's an Ancestor Healing applied. Hebrew Hammer getting the second one as well as the Temporal Loop pulling him back into place. Hebrew Hammer's actually kind of fine with the Temporal Loop. He keeps getting back into the team fight. He's able to break away, get a little healing, mitigate some damage. There's the Purge right there. Jaina trying to chase in. She's got the Wintermute level 20, and that will be cleared out. Camp in top lane pushing in. Hebrew Hammer looking for maybe a Titanic Might combo. He doesn't have the Mortal combo level 16, but he still has the Titanic Might toss. Also has the range increase from the Unrivaled Strength. Isolation onto the Joanna. Is there a drag available? A toss in onto Sailor Moon. Looking to bite the butt of Rack Ham. I mean, Sailor Moon's got to be just absolutely craving a rack of ham right now. Is that Rhaegar? And that's a triple kill. The Temporal Loop not able to get defensive, or excuse me, doesn't get the defensive use it I think it was intended for. Catapults arrive through top lane, and those were shredding into the keep already, or the core, and now this is looking like, yes, the members of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers are going to take us into a map number 3 and our third best of 3 of the day. Maybe I counted it too early. Just kidding. No, they absolutely get that. GG, well played. We're heading to that map 3. Alrighty, we're gonna go a little quick here. I do apologize. No insult to the players, but we're just gonna go a little bit quick into our next game because we do need to finish out the cast and then get into making a bingo card for the upcoming Shoni Showcase. So here are some numbers really quickly. You are welcome to go back and check these in the VOD. As my VODs are, you don't have to pay for my VOD. You can literally access my VODs right now. If you're like, I don't want to watch Bahamut live, I want to watch him from the beginning of the stream, you can literally do that. You don't have time to stick around for Game 3. Good luck to both teams. Hey, Ektar, thanks for hanging out with us, bud. Have a good day. Hope you and the family have a nice evening. Enjoy yourselves. Good to see you. Always glad to have you join into our stream. All right, ads won't run. We're good on that. Let me quickly make a Twitch prediction. No. All right, you know what we're doing? We're doing what I want. Start prediction. Which team gets first boss of Tomb? Will it be CMD? Will it be Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers? Or will no boss be taken? I will start the prediction after we introduce the teams. Let's go ahead and get on into it. Welcome back into the Nexus Gaming Series Division C East matchup of CM Daybreak versus Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. We're here at map number 3, and let's find out who will take this map 3 in this best of 3 series. On the right-hand side, it is going to be Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers with Saber Moon on the Rhaegar, Hebrew on the Sonya, Frank to play Junkrat, Fading on the Tracer, and Tazik to play a Diablo. To the side of CM Daybreak, we have an Anduin played by Rack Ham, Aaron on the Hogger, Wanus on the Tychus, Tempest Jet to play a Joanna, and MVP on the Tassadar. Level 1 Joanna is double shield glare. All right, there's your prediction. Which team will get first boss of the game? Get your predictions in. You got 2 minutes. You've seen a win from both sides. You've seen 2 good games from both teams, I do say. If I do say so myself. You got a nice little draft here as well. Who will get first boss of the game? Or no boss taken. Good luck on your predictions. Tempest Jet stepping in with a Condemn. Looking just to set things up, poke at the enemy team. Surprised that on a double soak map like this, we don't see another Loss of Hope Joanna. Seems like they want to go into the shield glare. The double shield glare up against all the auto attack of Tracer, as well as it looks like, you know, Rhaegar and Hebrew Hammer as well. So don't disagree with that whatsoever. Oh, no gambles? We got a little gambles. Okay. Wee bit of gambles. As a reminder, if no one bets on, if there's a 0 bet and that gets paid out, Jeff Bezos makes money. And we don't like Jeff Bezos making money here. Overpower, Shadow Charge. Shona takes a tower shot or 2. She's able to walk away with the Iron Skin active. Back into the bottom lane. Hogger still poking out of the fort front gate with a little dense blasting powder, or an easy throw dynamite, excuse me. That's a later talent if he takes it. Nicely done, chat. We got odds. We got odds on everything. Now just put your beliefs where your heart is. Shield glare onto Tracer, mitigates some of the damage onto MVP, who's still building up those shock rate level 1 stacks. 20 currently on that static charge. You get 5 per shock rate hitting the enemy hero. You get bonus 200 damage. Heber Hammer will get an extra little bit of heal from Saber Moon. Rhaegar with a bit of extra heal on top of all this. We actually have a Tough as Nails Sonya level 1. And as a reminder, I think people also forget, it recharges, or the charge refreshes 200% faster while Fury's movement speed bonus is active. Venus looking to continue chunking Heber Hammer's health. Rhaegar, I think, checked the camp and saw too many enemies on that, so won't go for it. No auto-attack Tassadar. Dude, auto-attack Tassadar is so much fun. Auto-attack Tassadar is always way too much fun. Beam go burr. I mean, once you're at like level 16, when you get like auto 1, 4, 7, and then Psionic Storm at 13, 16. Oh man, dude, you chunk. Like Acorn Form does so much damage. Speaking of damage, Tychus has the 1.1 range, or is it just a 1 range increase? Yeah, so he goes to a 5.4 range? 5.5 range. Sorry, I said it backwards. my head flipped things around weirdly. Anyways, 5.5 range for Tychus. He's also got the In the Rhythm level 4. We'll be building up that stacking. Baseline minigun duration is 3 seconds. You get 0.03 seconds per stack. So at 50 stacks, you have a 1.1 second increase. At 100, you have basically doubled your minigun duration at 6 seconds. Shock rays out from Tassadar, trying to build up that static charge. 40 at the 40 damage mark now. The members of CM Daybreak with enough gems for a turn-in. Tazik initiates into Venus. He pops the overkill, trying to back away. Heber Hammer, ooh, getting tickled by Tassadar. Venus looking to dash in, but just doesn't have enough damage to quantify a kill for his team. Now Joanna, nice Leap of Faith, the Iron Skin as well. Joanna does have the hold your ground, or I guess hold her ground at level 4. Increase the Iron Skin shield by 40% and its cooldown reduced by 2 seconds. Back in my day, Tassadar was completely different. Where's here? I still love to play him. Oh, I loved to play him when Mockery was on my team. Venus? He's gonna try. No, he's unable to get a trade. Fading, getting a few blinks away. Tempest did get a 21 gem turn-in, I do believe. And all gems dropped by Venus will be picked up. Shield bot Tassadar, I know, right? Oh, those were the days, man. Those were the days. I mean, it's so funny to think of the progression of Heroes of the Storm. I mean, like, Kerrigan used to have a talent called Sprint. That used to be a talent. Sprint. It's just wild to me. Like, Scouting Drone, a Malfurion. Weird times. Weird and fun times of Heroes of the Storm. We also used to have a pro scene, too. That was cool to have. Anyways, first Webweaver phase will be descending in favor for Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. We'll see how much value they can find in top lane. Seems like that's the committed lane for them. Sonya's still in bottom. 10 talent here will be arriving soon. Concussion Mine splits Tempest, who will take the side corridor out, dropping a shield glare as well. No one freeing Harrison Jones over here. Just above, you can just click on this little gem and you can free him. I know that's a very important thing to note in the cast, so I just gotta let you all know. 6,900 heroic damage for Hogger. Nicely done. Augur will be clearing things out in the bottom lane as Sonya moves into top with the allies, maybe looking for a spear into this team fight. Maybe onto MVP. Unfortunately, not landing the spear there. Shockrays and Tassadar still poking out, and Frank getting a little bit low, trying to return some poke of their own with these frag launcher grenades. And that's the end of the objective phase. Gonna find fort front gates, a fort front gate, and some damage onto the fort. And bottom lane, all 3 lanes have their fort front gates taken down. So we have 24 gems available, just about a half turn in for Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers, but will get their 10 talent tiers just now. Ancestral Healing, Riptire, Apocalypse, Sonya Leap. I think that's Sticky Bomb for Tracer and Leap for Sonya. On the opposing side, it's a Black Hole Tassadar, Blessed Shield Joanna, Hortipult for the Hogger, Leap of Faith, or excuse me, not Leap of Faith, sorry. Light Bomb for the Anduins. It's going to work out for the Hortipult from Hogger. And last but not least, Tychus is holding. It's Draken Laser Drill? I was about to make a pointless point about Draken Laser Drill, but I guess it's not pointless. Hey, we got sustained damage. We also have a good tool for clearing and sieging. Focusing diodes at level 20 is pretty good if we get to level 20. Apocalypse activated by Diablo feels more like a defensive Apocalypse than anything else. Tazik trying to utilize his heroic to zone back the enemy from taking fatal damage, and this is what I was talking about with Draken Laser Drill. It zones back the enemy from the sustained damage. You get a little bit of siege from it as well. Focusing diodes at 20 is really, really good for siege, or even just team fighting, or even objective clearing from safety. Leap for Sonya gets a stun onto a few. The Ancestral from Rhaegar was utilized. The Light Bomb doesn't get a stun onto Tracer. The mid lane Webweaver still pushing onto this fort that does deal decent damage, but not going to be taking it down anytime soon. Tracer makes it to top before the fort front gate even falls, and still has work to do on that one. Could see some structural damage in that lane, but meanwhile, the big rotation to bottom lane from all 5 of the members of CM Daybreak as they want to take things down here in the bottom lane. This match is a long one. Are you spoiling the results of a match? I'm confused. Diablo might have been caught out here. Nah, he's fine. Drops a Fire Stump. He doesn't have Soul to Flame. Leaping from Sonya's really good. Where's the Apocalypse, though, underneath all of this? It's a little bit late, in my opinion. Also, Tempest Jet is going to be pulled out of the Apocalypse with the overpower there. I think they're looking at the timer. It's 9 minutes in game time. I'm so confused what's going on right now. Hogger cancels the bounce early. Diablo getting poked at here and there. Draken Laser Drill is down on the left-hand side. Leap of Faith as well. Aaron's gonna be pulled out with a concussion mine, and nicely done, followed up by Diablo, but it will be CM Daybreak getting another Webweaver turn-in phase, or another turn-in for the Webweaver. Beautiful Chastise from Rackham right there, catching Tass. Saber Moon Hearthing out for full mana. Now, can they take down all 3 forts? I don't think so. I think this is gonna be commitment to like top lane fort, maybe then make a rotation to... I think you just take top. I think you get top lane for it. I don't know if you get much more than that. Might not even get top lane at all. How long the stream has been going for us to get to start of a game 3? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I haven't been casting one best of 3 for 4 hours and 48 minutes. If that's what you think, I'm so confused what phrasing is going on. Sorry, I don't get it. Anyways, Webweaver phase in the bottom lane will be assisted by MVP or pushed up a little bit further. There's a nice force wall from Tassadar. Tazik will be utilizing Tassadar as the Shadow Charge target. And the Shadow Walk is used just to break away. Chattering Teeth to zone back the enemy. Bottom lane fort does go down. And that's all that was gained off this. Actually, not really, because there was still some damage on the top, some damage on the mid, and it will be mid fort to fall. I'm confused because like we stream 6 hours a day, 6 days a week. A remark on how long the game to a best of 3, that's all. But wait, no, they're talking about stream timer. Leap of faith in. Apocalypse activated by the Diablo. The black hole from Tassadar will come through as well. Hebrew Hammer not being picked off. A light bomb from Anduin. Tempest Jet able to back away. Hortepult in from Hogger, and Tassadar gets the kill. Objective phase will be spawning here for the side of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. Either way, a Chastise will connect onto Diablo. No piercing, light level 4 for the Anduin, as he has gone into his Divine Star level 1 and 4. Desperate Prayer, of course, for 7, because it just kind of feels absolutely necessary at this point for Anduin players. Just that big chunk of healing. Hogger in bottom lane soaking things up, looking for 16 talents here, 2-2 in kills. And that's the end of the objective phase. Still no boss to be grabbed here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, map number 3. But Hogger looking to still continue to soak up closer and closer to that 16 talents here while the teams of the 4v4 kind of pokes out in top lane. Actually, that's the end of that. Turn in, 39 gems available for the side of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. For 53 out of the 60 for CM Daybreak. They've got 40 in their pockets, 13 already turned in. Tassadar drops a black hole, immediately cancels it out, making sure that the Johanna has a disengaged path. But she wants to chase in further. The light bomb will connect onto 2. The Hogger staggering blow into the black hole of Tassadar. Rhaegar gets an Ancestor heal out, but Tazik still will go down. And with a couple kills with some free extra gems, that is a Webweaver phase plus boss for the side of CM Daybreak. Easy boss to be grabbed by CM Daybreak as they found a couple kills. A couple kills go over to them. Boss as well. Webweaver on top of all of that. And let's go ahead and pay out the people. Which team? Sorry. Trying to get to our prediction. Choose outcome CMD. They get the first boss of the game. That'll go into top lane as well as the Webweavers.
My power grows by your beauty.
It's 16s apiece. Overkill 13, 16 for Tychus. We've got the percent base damage with Thermal Lance, always a good one for Tassadar. And Sonya actually going to go for Nerves of Steel, level 16. No slam percent for her. Okay. More sustainability. Boss in top lane's cleared out. Gets a little bit of damage on the keep front gate. Massive rotation into the top lane from the side of CM Daybreak. 4-2 in kills, and the pressure continues from our blue side. Draken Laser Drill will be summoned by Tychus. I kind of wish he waited a second or two longer so he could get the damage onto the keep as well. Place it a little bit forward in the lane, but not the case either way. Top lane Webweaver going to start getting damage onto the keep. That Apocalypse from Diablo is raw. Try to zone back the enemy with Apocalypse, a 90-second cooldown, and buys a little bit of a window for the Webweaver to be cleared out, so worth it. Bottom lane Webweaver has a decent wave down here as well. Okay. Oh, whoa, Diablo wants to go in on this. All right, leap in from Sonya as well. The commitment comes through. Riptire from Junkrat activated. The Ancestor healing for Sonya will not be in time. do believe a steel trap locked Joanna in place, so she wasn't able to step in with the light bomb there. But still, I think this is an opportunity to maybe take down a keep. Bottom lane keep is on like nothing because the catapult has fixated there. Another catapult arriving in through bottom as well. Hogger gets a bounce. Oh, he almost got a bad bounce there. Cancels it early and able to back away, get some healing out from Venus. And I can't believe they didn't find more with that. I'm surprised. Good defense from Shogal Rescue Rangers. They hold tight. Tassadar almost done with his Shock Ray level 1. $20 talents here also. Let's see. Force Wall upgrade for Tassadar, or will we see the Blitzkrieg? And will Anduin go into a upgrade on Light Bomb? Is he going to go Censure? Probably upgrade on Light Bomb. I feel like that'd be nice with the Hortipult. Maybe Hogger goes upgrade on Hortipult as well. I'd like to see focusing diodes for Venus, though. Focusing diodes, no control, upgrade on Force Wall, the Force Barrier, Shield for allies, the Blinded by the Light for the Joanna, and Censure for Anduin. No Inner Fire. Ibrahammer might be forced to use Leap out of bottom lane. Bless Shield does lock Hebrew in place. A Force Wall from Tassadar with the Electric Fence. Venus trying to dash forward here. Bless Shield from Joanna, as I mentioned, already utilized. It's on a 49-second cooldown. Pulse Bomb from Tracer almost ready to go. Concussion Mine zones back the enemy. Draken Laser Drill. Bomb. Bottom lane keep will fall. The map has been opened up further. Webweavers are available to the side of Shogal Rescue Rangers, but they gotta close that level gap between the two teams, as well as get their own 20 talent tiers. Totem build for the Rhaegar. And Diablo's full on Solus. He's got the buyback, the respawn, Joanna anchoring between. Maybe get a shield glare if anyone tries to get a turn in while the bottom Siege Giants are being grabbed. What is the level 20 for Tassadar? It is Force Barrier. Increase the duration of Force Wall by 0.5 seconds and its range by 50%. Reduce its cooldown by 10 seconds, which I believe puts it on a 6-second cooldown. 8-second cooldown, excuse me, I always forget. But that right there, that circle around Tassadar, that's his range. That is the new range. That is how far Tassadar can cast Force Wall. So pretty much like on his screen, if he can see, like it's pretty much like that's, you know, that's Tassadar vision. Pretty much his entire screen. Less than that, but you know, we're rounding up. We're rounding up on these things. Draken Laser Drill, 20 seconds away. Members of CM Daybreak want to take a victory here. You love that name for Cho'Gall? What, Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers? Well, I'm upset that they never picked Cho'Gall. How are you going to be Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers and never pick Cho'Gall? Boss is up and available. Sand Golem in the top area. It's going to be a little bit of a feign, I think, here. Hogger will check with a easy throw dynamite. Tempest being slowed by the Earth Grasp Totem. There will be a Light Bomb out from the Anduin. Diablo activates Apocalypse. The focusing diodes getting sustained damage from Ween. Look at the Diablo health bar just getting shredded by that Draken Laser Drill. Now it's going to be targeted onto Sonya. She's going to be having her barrier burn through. A no control from Hogger trying to take down the enemies, but it's Hogger the one to fall. Meanwhile, mid lane, there's a catapult and such arriving at the keep. And what do the members of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers do here? They're going to grab themselves a boss and look for a turn-in, I do believe. Pew. 69 gems in the pockets of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. They grab boss, they get turn-in, and now with boss plus turn-in, how much can they gain here? Mid lane catapult, as I was noting, had been cleared out. Bottom lane's got a decent wave, but that'll be handled by the Webweaver. The big commitment through the top lane has 15 seconds, 16 seconds for Joanna Hogger and 2 on the Tychus. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, as I mentioned, that Webweaver down over here is going to be just focusing on clearing out these catapults, but I don't think they're too concerned. Those catapults won't end for the time being. Bottom lane Webweaver clears out for safety. Top lane still having the Webweaver descend. The boss is very, very healthy. Have the members of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers managed to turn things around in the late game of Tomb of the Spider Queen? We're about to find out here. This could be all they need. As a Pulse Bomb with the gift stuffed gets hits onto the Joanna, she immediately taps well. No Laws of Hope level 1 this game. Draken Laser Drill activated by Tychus, by Venus, focused onto Tazik. Riptire from Junkrat. I think he has the extra oomph. Yes, he does. He's down to 45 seconds. The Draken Laser Drill cleared out. Spear onto Aaron. Trying to bounce through, trying to get that rage up a little bit. Activation of Apocalypse, followed up by a leap from Sonya. Nicely done. They get a stun onto a few. The Hellgate in. Sonya's the one to go down. The No Control will take down the Tracer. No Control gets right next to Frank. The core is going to take some scratching on the shield. And a lone Junkrat currently trying to get away from Hogger. He's got a Hortipult. He can still close that distance. Ladies and gentlemen.
Team kill!
Diablo has respawned. Will they go for Webweaver turn-in, or will they rush at core? Please just run straight at the core. Please run straight at core. But wait, there's camps. 2B. Grabbed. 27 seconds. Sonya's the lowest with 22 seconds. Tracer the second. Diablo is trying to save his KDA, understandable. And it looks like the members of CM Daybreak will take this map here. CM Daybreak, they fight hard through map number 2. Excuse me, sorry, I said that backwards. Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers fight hard through map number 2, but unfortunately will be falling in this third map, Tomb of the Spider Queen. CM Daybreak takes the series 2-1. GG, well played. The end of this game had a lot of emotions. Did anyone call for camps? It's the real question, Rakan. Did anyone call for camps? And do an MVP? No. It was the 4th minion in the 3rd.